Okay. Okay. So we're here. So that's why I found this page because he said, why don't you start with the shofar blowing? So that's why I got here. Um, when I first look at this, I realized that, oh, I said, we sing this, and I'm trying to do parts that we sing. And then I realized we actually don't sing the whole thing of that paragraph that I put down. We have only do the first line or two. So we are actually you're gonna be really happy with me because you're gonna know this line. We're gonna skip down to the brachot, which is
Okay.
just underneath that
I
paragraph.
had to answer a
Yes.
phone call. So what
Yes.
page
We're on,
I
which book do you
have?
have, Lenore? Which book do you
Silver,
have?
silver.
Silverman. So we're on page 117.
That I looked at that and I don't think it's right with, I might have a different edition.
Oh,
It's a psalm selected from Psalm 47.
Right.
yes,
What
that's a
part?
one. But not the coal on beam, but underneath where it goes in.
Where
It
it
says
says
Min
Min
HaMeitzar.
Mesa.
That's correct. And that's what just threw Audrey, because it's not at the beginning of anything. And I agree that it's not at the beginning of anything. You are absolutely correct. That's what and the reason I picked it is I started to say is my husband said I should do where should I start? Da, 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 da. And he said, well, what about the shofar blowing? And if you look below on the left shalem, or you turn the next page, you'll see there's going to be a shofar blowing. So, and I was thinking that we sing this, but then I realized that actually in my shul we don't sing all of it. I don't think because it didn't sound so familiar, but we do sing for sure the first two lines. And the good news, it says repeated. So when you listen, if you listen to the Shaliach Tzibur, it makes it a little bit easier. But so I'm just gonna read the first line, see if it sounds familiar to anybody. I'm gonna sing it actually, see if it sounds familiar, even though if you can sort of take away my voice, but just sort of get the tune a little. Mina metzar karatia anani v'merkavia. Does that sound familiar at all?
No.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, that is the line that we sing. We repeat it with so we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go underneath and go to when the shofar is blown. Okay, so if you're on in Lev Shalem, you just stay on that same page, and it says the Baal Tekiah. That's what we call the person that actually blows the shofar. And the brachot. And if you're in the Silverman, you turn the page. And on the top of the next page, the first Hebrew is where we are. Okay, everybody there.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Exactly. You want to read it?
Yeah.
Keep going, and Lenore.
Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotan
Tav.
v'si anu lish moa kol shofar. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sheheyanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Great. I'm just going to point out a few things because we sort of know both of these prayers or most of the words of both these prayers. So I just want to make sure we have it exactly. The first part is obviously the same as any bracha, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu. B'mitzvotav, that was when the final nun, I think you read it as a nun, is long. It looks just like a vav, but it's longer. It goes down below. So it's mitzvah tav. And the reason that's so important is because it's in almost all of our brachot. So we want to make sure we read it right. We do it when we light the candles. We do it almost every time in a bracha. We say, the commandments of the mitzvah tav. Lishmoa kol shofar. Okay, lishmoa. Does that sound a little bit like another word we know? I'll take away the lamed because the lamed is a very common prefix. Now look at it. Thank you. Shema, good. It's interesting to me, and I've never found an answer to the fact that the shofar blower is the one that says this bracha. But he doesn't say for blowing blowing shofar. It says for listening to the shofar. So really, to me, if I were writing this matzah, I'd say the congregation should say that, not the person that's blowing. But whatever.
Yes.
I didn't write this siddur, so it doesn't matter. But just so you know that it really applies to you too. Is that the bracha is for listening and hearing, for hearing the shofar. The second bracha that Lenore read so nicely was the same bracha that we do it every single Chag. Okay, we do it for every Chag. We even do it on the second day of a Yom Tov. Like if there's 2 days of Sukkot, the first 2 days are both and when you're outside of Israel, both days are actually Chag, Yom Tov. Okay, so all right, so you do it the first day. This is the first Sukkot we've had since last year. So that makes sense why we say it's the Shechianu for taking us to Sukkot. We haven't, been here before. How do we justify saying it the second day when, well, we did it yesterday? It usually has to be at least a month or a season before you can say a Shechianu on the same thing. So what many people do is they have a new fruit. It's because when you have a new fruit, you're supposed to say that you haven't had it since the previous year. You say a shechianu, so that you're not allowed to say a bracha that's not true. So since you want to say that it is something new, the shechianu, you usually have a new fruit, and you'll see if you go to any kosher supermarkets around this time of year, you'll see a lot of different kinds of fruits that you don't always see because people want to say the shehyan over a new fruit. So that's the reason you see them there. Okay. So it's Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. And that's a good one to have in your pocket because you say it a lot. We also say it at a bar mitzvah, the parents say it. And you can actually say it for a lot of things, but that's what it's for. Okay, so then the not the person blowing the shofar, but you'll have somebody that's a guide. I don't know exactly what the person is called, but the person that's blowing doesn't have to remember what sound they're supposed to be blowing because there is a caller. The only thing that makes me crazy is when the caller is louder than the shofar, because they're really only supposed to be they should be saying it softly to the person that's blowing because that's the only person that has to hear it. But anyway, that's the calls are underneath that they're gonna say. Okay, and I was going to do something else. Okay, we're not going to do this because it's a meditation. If you do it out loud, we're not going to do the Ashrei. Ashrei actually is one of the harder prayers, so we're not going to give ourselves to do that right now. We're going to go to page 121 in the Lev Shalem and 122 in the Silverman. We've done this for people that were in my class last term. We did the Torah service, but I just think that it doesn't hurt to do it because it's something that we do all the time. And actually, we will be doing some things differently in the Torah service because what is different about this Torah service?
It's not Shabbos.
Thank you. That's exactly right. It's not Shabbat. That is the secret. So some of the prayers that we sing normally in the Torah service, we don't we have different prayers, so that's why I thought that it might be helpful, because some of this is very familiar and some isn't as familiar because we don't normally do it if it's Shabbat, okay? So we are taking back the Torah, and with this part is the same. Does everybody have it, first of all, are you on the page? Okay. Yahalalu et Shem Adonai Ki Nisgav Shemo Levado. And then we repeat Hodo Al Eretz Vishamayim V'Yarem Karen La'amo Tehillah Lechol Chasidav Livnei Yisrael Am Krovo. Hallelujah. Okay.
I lost the place. I went to check.
Okay, it should be after the Ashrei. Okay, if you're where we were before, there at the Ashrei, you have Silverman, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so page 122. The ark is opened.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Okay, do I have a volunteer just to read those 3 lines?
Yes, which 3 lines, but I volunteer.
Maybe was first. Sorry, Audrey.
Oh, I'm sorry too. It's okay.
I know you are, because you
I
feel
went-
good about this. You'll feel good about other prayers, other words too.
No,
You'll do
I
it.
just figured it was short, so I could
I
get.
know why you volunteered. I
I could
I
get it
know
too.
you too well, Audrey. It's okay. Davy, thank you.
I'm okay with if she wants to do.
It's okay.
No, no,
She's
do
gonna
it,
read too.
Davey, do it.
There's a lot that's not too hard. It's okay.
Okay.
Yes, Davy.
Yahalalu et Shem Adonai Ki Nisgav Shemo Levado.
Good.
Hodo Al Aretz Vishamayim Vayarem Karen Liamo Tehillah Lecha As
Wait, what happens after Tehillah? Wait. Thank you.
L'chol Hasidav Livnei Yisrael Am Karovo. Hallelujah.
Perfect. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to tell you another word just because I think it's important, because during this time and all prayers in general, we want to bring God close and us close to God. And if you ask for directions or whatever in Israel, Rachok is far and Karov is close. So we want to bring God close, Krovo. We want to be close to him. Okay. Yeah, and one other thing, we have not focused on grammar except for how we pronounced words, not why it's certain things. We did a little bit of that, but it's a little tricky because we're used to aretz. We use usually oftentimes when we're reading that it's aretz,
Oh, it's
but it's
Eretz.
actually eretz here because there's
Yeah.
no hobbit for it. So it's not that important, but just a little bit of knowing how these words are formed. So, because here without the ha in front of it, it's eretz, not aretz. Okay. Now, the next part, because it's so short, we're not going to have multiple people read. We may later. The next part we have done before and we will do again at some point, but we are not doing it this year. So we're going to, on Rosh Hashanah, so we're going to skip it. We're going to go to the next page instead, which is the page that we're going to be doing because it says on weekdays. And in the Lev Shalem, it's on 122, and on the Silverman, it's 123. Okay, at the top of the page. Okay. Lodonai haaretz loa tevel v'yoshvei va ki hu al yamim yisada va'al naharot Bechonene. Sorry. This is a little hard because we don't usually do it, but that's why I thought it's a little good for practice for us, and then you'll at least be familiar with it when you hear it in shul, and hopefully join in a little. I'm going to read a little bit more, and then I'm going to ask for a volunteer. Mi ya'aleh v'har Adonai umi yakum bimkom kodsho. Niki chapayim uvar levav asher lo nasa v'shava nafshi v'lo nishba lemirma. Okay, this isn't so familiar, but at least you'll know it. You'll maybe be able to read a few of the words. You'll notice that a lot of people aren't singing along as much with this one as the Shabbos one because they're obviously more familiar with Shabbos. Okay, do I have a volunteer? You can read one sentence or as much as I just did, as much as you want. Audrey and then
Yeah.
Ruth.
Yes, and so, oh, I know what it is. So the little word is Psalm 24, the little words at the top.
A Song of David, the David Mizmor.
Okay,
That's
right,
before all of the Psalms, I think.
right, okay. La Adonai, haaretz,
No, you were right the first time.
haaretz,
Remember,
yeah,
I said it's Aretz when it has a ha in front of it.
got it. Umloha, Sevel, the yosh, they, va, ki, hu, al, yamin, yasada,
Good.
the al, neharot, yakon, neha, ha.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, no, because I said aha the first time.
Yeah.
Mi, ya'aleh, bahar, Adonai, umi, yakum, kom, tad, show,
Good.
naki, ka, ka, yim, uvar, lavab, asher, lo, nasa, lashar, lashav, lashav,
Shabbat.
okay.
The-
So do you have a little sound there then, lashava?
Mhm.
Okay. Nafsi, nafshi,
Good.
okay. Do you want me to stop? It was kind of painful,
Yeah,
but,
just want to put to the period.
oh, okay.
3 more words.
Velo, niche, they,
No, look,
niche, va,
good.
la, mir, ma.
Okay. I just want to say I didn't do this for this reason, but I think that you should be very impressed at how well you read that. For a paragraph that you're not familiar with and how well you read, you should be very impressed with yourself. Really?
Thank you.
I'm telling you, think that you just read that. You were not familiar with with words in this form at all, some of them, and in this form, and you read almost fluently.
Thank you. Thank you. No, it's, thank
Beautiful.
you very much. And
That's
and
huge.
right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And because a lot of the new people we got, Davy, are really good,
Yes, they are.
I wouldn't have done this paragraph any better than you did.
But I don't mind it. I'm just afraid, I don't mind it for myself. I'm just afraid that you guys will get bored.
No.
And you'll all
You
want
know,
to,
you're never going to be exactly on the same page, but we're not so far apart. Some people are a little bit more fluent than the others, obviously. But I'm telling you, to read this paragraph, which was something that you're not familiar with, and really most of the words very fluently, you should be very proud.
thank you very much, Judy.
Yeah, I say it honestly. Okay, Ruth, now you're going to read the same thing.
Even
Yeah,
got lost in
it
that.
doesn't matter.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Where am I starting? At the
La
very
no, no,
beginning?
you're gonna read the same thing she read because this is something unfamiliar. I think we need to, it's a good thing to use to practice a little bit.
Adonai haaretz
Good,
umlo umloa
good.
he t
There are two dots next to each other. Long A.
yeah te yeah
Yeah.
hey veil
Good.
the
There's a
Right.
dot on top of it. It's hard to see it, but there's a dot on top. Besides the shin, there's a vowel on top.
oh okay Bayosh Bayoshve
Good. Mm-hmm.
ki hu al yamim ya yamde yamda
It's a sama.
yeah,
The samach and the mem are very close, but it's
yamse
yisada.
yamsa
Yisada.
va'al vaha vachad vachado yecho yechon necha
It's
me
hard. That's hard to put together. And
Huh?
then, no, that's hard to put together. It's hard for
Me,
me, obviously. Yechon and neha. Once you get it, it's okay. Yeah.
Yechon necha me ya'ale me ya'ale. Oh,
Yeah, perfect.
I remember that word. Bahar. No, Bahar.
Yeah, Bahar.
Yeah, Bahar. Adonai Umi Yakum.
Boom.
Kum Yakum.
Good, good,
Um,
good to get yourself.
That's Beam Code.
Beam cone. And
Beam Com.
good.
Kadsho Nick.
Yeah.
That's before. Is that Nich
Yes. What do you think?
Nihich?
Yes, perfect. Okay, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you have that more confidence?
Ka Kafayim.
1 second, the two dots you have mixed up. The first one does have a
K.
dot.
It's 2 dots. I couldn't tell.
It's cha, and the second one
Kefayim.
does have a dot. Right, Payim. Good.
Kefayim. Is it Uvim? Uvid?
Uvar.
Huh?
Uvar. It's a
Uva.
vet.
I'm sorry, this book is so old, the vowels are just,
I
you
know.
know,
Yes.
Levar, Levav,
Yes.
Shar,
Now look at the
Asher.
vowels. Good.
Asher, eight, was it?
Asher, you're right.
Asher, yeah.
Yeah.
Lo, na, lo, na, si, lo, na, sa, los, lash, lashav,
Good.
Shav. the Shan. Nefi, Nefi, Nefshi,
Nafshi. Nefesh, it comes from soul.
Nafshi.
Nafshi, my soul. Nafshi.
Nafshi. Below, Nish, Ba,
Yes,
Lamid, Lamid, Ma.
yes, period. That's it. Yeah, it's at the end of the sentence.
That's
Near
enough.
mine.
This
Good.
is so unfamiliar.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is. We do sing it, but not so often. And also, it's actually one of the Psalms, one of the days of the week, and I don't remember which. It's also familiar because I think I said last week we're doing we had some commissioned some songs, some prayers for Simchas Torah. And one of the ones that we commissioned was this, the first two lines of this song. And I can't get it out of my head. It's really beautiful. If I can figure out how to play it on my laptop, which I don't know how to do, because if you have to have you do a special thing to make sure you can hear it.
It's usually
Otherwise,
sung, isn't it?
what?
It's just
Yeah,
prayer.
but
Usually sung
this was
is,
the oh God, the
No,
music was complete was written by this other guy. It just is very exciting and very beautiful. It's not something you normally hear, but when you play music, you have to have it. You do special things on your laptop, or else it doesn't let you. It doesn't go in. So I have to figure that out because I think you would enjoy it. So one of these days I'll figure it out. Anyway, yes, okay. Now it is 10:39. I'd like to get to something else if we can. Let me see what the next part I figured out. Well, let me see what this is. 140. I didn't put what it is. I just put the page number. Oh yes, 143 in Lev Shalem and 148 in Silverman.
maybe that's.
Unatana Tokef.
Okay.
This people remember. Okay. And everybody's there. One of the things that I realized when I explained, when I tried to find out when I didn't have the Silverman is, and I said the Musaf service, it, in this book, it says Musaf and it does say it in Hebrew, but I think in the Silverman, it says additional service or something. Which is also the Musaf service. That's another way of referring to it, because normally on a regular day, a weekday, not Shabbos, not Yom Tov, we end with Shacharit, the morning service is Shacharit. You have introductory parts, but then the morning service is the end. But on Shabbat and Yom Tov, we add the additional service, which is Musaf. So you have some sense of what we're talking about. And when we're talking about the okay.
Now,
Okay.
this is familiar, Barosh Hashanah.
Mm-hmm. You want to read that line?
Sure. Barosh Hashanah Yikatevun Uv Yom Som Kippur Yehatemun.
Good. We hear that line a lot.
Yes.
We will be singing it a lot. I'd like you to know what it means because you'll be singing it, and then I'd like you to know what it means. Okay, but Rosh Hashanah. Obviously, we can. Yes, Audrey.
So I missed it. I thought, are we on for left?
143.
Okay.
143 and the
And
left
it's right
chalet.
after it says the ark is opened or not?
No, 143. What happened is she jumped. It's okay. We'll go back. But
Oh.
but Lenore jumped to the middle of the page. It's bold, Audrey.
Okay.
The Rosh Hashanah, which is the head of the year, but we know it as the holiday of Rosh Hashanah. Yekatevun. And some people will say, instead of Shana Tova, at this time of the year, they'll say, Shana Tova Tikatevu.
Right.
What does that mean, Ruth? Lenore, Audrey, Davy. What does it mean?
Wish you a good head of.
Katev, kotev
Be
is the
written. May you be written.
written. Thank you. It's the root is written. Okay. Okay, because the book hasn't been finished yet. We aren't, so we, before Rosh Hashanah, we say, Yekatevun, may you be written into, okay, okay, V'yom Tov Kippur V'yekatemun, and in Yom Kippur, it's sealed.
Right.
So that's the difference between the two words when we talk about, so in the beginning, before the holidays, we say Yekatevun, after we say Yekatevun, because it's done and we want it to be sealed in the book of life. And this is the first part. It talks about what's going to happen. And the second, right after that, it says how some of the different ways we can die. And somebody particularly said this year it's particularly meaningful because when you talk about who by water, unfortunately, we have a lot of people that were killed by water this year in the very recent past from the hurricane. And some of these things we can identify with a little bit too much, unfortunately, now. But I'd like to start. We could start at the beginning where it says the ark is opened.
I'm gonna have to say
Yes.
goodbye now.
Okay, goodbye,
Shana
Ruth.
Tova.
Shana Tova, the Tikatevu, and a year of health,
Shabbat shalom.
happiness, prosperity, and peace.
And I'll
Would
see
be
you all
nice.
next week, God willing.
Yes,
And
yes,
lots of
yes. Okay. See, you're down, Audrey, now. You're down one.
I know. But I had a deal with Davy and with Lenore, and they're gonna take over my parts. Isn't that right?
I don't know if they agreed to that deal.
I didn't know we had a deal, but.
We're going to start at the top of the page because we need to practice a little bit reading and this is not a bad thing. Yeah. Uvechain. Oh, let me see. Is that at the same page? I want to be on the same page in both books. Uvechain is here. Where's Uvechain in here? Where is it? Where am I? This is weird. I'm trying to figure out where it is in this book. Let me see. Oh, here. I was on the. Let me see. Sorry, I thought I did a good job with this, but I obviously did not do such a good job matching. Oh, this is Shabbat on weekdays. Oh, come on, sorry. We may not be able to do this. Where is it? Oh, come on. What page is it? 143, 148. Ah, that's the problem. It just skips. It has other stuff in between in this book. Okay, 148. Let me see. Well, it starts with a rush. Yes, I'm sorry, 147 and the Silverman.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and 143 in the Lev Shalem. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna read a little bit here. Uvechain ulcha ta'aleh kedusha ki ata Eloheinu melech mochel v'soleach.
Huh.
Okay, I'm gonna read the next paragraph too, and then we're gonna go back and read. You're gonna read.
Where did you get the Alea?
Yeah, that's not in mine either.
How do you like that?
It's not in mine either.
It stops
Well,
at Melech.
It's in Lev
Malach.
Shalem. It's in Lev Shalem. It's not in Silverman.
No,
No,
it's not in them.
Lev
It's not
Shalem.
in Lev
Really?
Shalem. At least
You
not
have
the
the
one
top
I
of
have.
142. Everything else is the same.
It ends in with Melech.
Isn't that
Yeah.
interesting?
It does.
Yeah, what
Wow.
does the last word mean?
That is weird.
I'll tell you the date of mine, but my book looks like it's brand new. I just borrowed it from the synagogue and I think it's never been touched before.
What's the copyright date?
I'm looking. I am looking. Let's see.
Mine is
Oh my gosh,
1972.
mine starts with 2010 and the last copyright date is 2014. So
Okay, they
uh,
obviously changed it
when
because I have 2010,
Oh, yeah, and mine's 2019 is the last.
right? So they changed it. So we'll forget about that. Why did they do that?
oh, that's
Oh,
interesting.
I want to know what the last word means.
That's weird. Why?
So you have
Barry?
a 2019 Moxor then, Davy?
I'm sorry, say again?
So you have the Moxor, right?
Yeah, I do, and mine goes to 2019 is the last date in mine, so.
It kind of makes me not want to buy one of my own because I want to match everybody else and I never know whether I'm going to be matching or not.
It means it's weird because it's pardoning and forgiving. So why would they take that out? I don't understand.
Wow.
I have no idea.
That is very strange. Well, if I ever see anybody that was on the committee, I'll ask them. Because that's weird. Because I understand if it was in a different monster, but in the same one, I don't know why they took it out. Okay, all right. See, we find out new things every day. Okay. Well, anyway, all right. So you know what? I just that line. Davy, read. But so we don't skip through. We'll go
Okay.
slowly. Uvachay.
Uvachain, Ulcha, Ta'ala, Kedusha, Ki Ata Eloheinu Mela.
Okay,
Okay.
so weird.
Yeah,
Sorry. Very weird. I mean, it seems like it's a nice thing. I don't know why they would take it away.
yeah, I mean, this is such an awful prayer.
The only thing I
They
can think
could
of,
put something.
right, they could use some good things in it. The only thing I can think of is because Silverman came first, is they added it, and then somebody was offended that they shouldn't have added it, so they took it away. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Is they
Wow.
added these words because they thought it was nice, and then somebody thought they shouldn't have changed it, so they changed it back. I don't know. Anyway, okay, then we continue. Unatana tokef kedushat hayom ki hu nora v'ayom uvo tinase malchutecha v'yikon v'chesed kis'echa v'teshev alav be'emet. Emet ki ata hu dayan umochiach v'yodea ba'ed v'kotev v'chotem v'sofer umoneh v'tizkor kol hanishkatkot v'tiftach et sefer hazichi psich. This is hard because this is also not something I'm familiar with either. Zichronot ume alav yikare v'chotam yad kol adam bo. Okay.
Um,
Yes,
so on mine,
it's different. You're going to
it's not,
tell me
no,
that.
it's not different. It's not different. I just wanted to
Okay.
ask about the vowel. So it would be
Yes.
the third line down of that
Yes.
paragraph, and then starting up from the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the one that's umokecha. So
Umochi.
go ahead. Kicha.
Remember, that's the only vowel
Ah.
that comes before the consonant,
Ah.
right?
Okay, so the vowel is to the right under the right hand leg. Is that to tell you?
Yes, I don't know why it's written like that. I have no idea. You're
Okay,
right. It looks a little different. And this for people that have the Silverman, you don't know this because it's not in your, if any, it's this, it's not that what Audrey is explaining, but in the Lev Shalem, for some reason, the vowel is a little further over than it usually is, and I have no idea why,
okay,
unless it's just a typo,
okay,
because but you're right, it does not look, and I caught me also. I don't know why it's like that. I don't think there's any reason for it.
okay.
Okay. Lenore, would
Yes.
you like to read a little bit?
Yes. Should I start at the beginning or where did we? leave off?
Yes, at the beginning.
Untage, is that the right?
Yeah, it's not. What I said
Yeah.
it unatana, but we usually say unatan togaf when we don't even know what it looks like. But then I'm looking at it, I'm reading it, and it has a whole different meaning because when you actually try to read it. Yeah,
Untane to kef kadushat hayom kihu nora va'ayom
good,
vo ti ne say malhutaf ta
no, unless your book is different than mine. No, it isn't.
oh, but wait, malhutaha
Echa, good,
Yi kon beheset kis aeha vete shave alav beemet
good,
aemet ki ata hu dayon umo ki ach
good,
v'yodea v'aid
good,
v'chotev v'chotem v'so fair
good,
umone
good,
v'he's hot
or,
bow niche kahot v'tif ta et sefer hazich ronot ume'elan may a lav
good,
yikare v'hotam yad kal
oh,
arad.
Adam, Dalid, Lenore,
Oh, it's a Dalit.
right,
Adem,
uh,
Adem,
Adam,
Adem.
man,
Oh,
right, Adam, we know what it means. Okay. What part of why when I said coat that should be written in the book of life, you'll hear that word kotev a lot in the prayers, and you heard it in this one. So you sort of know what it means. And we talked about roots, and I'm just gonna do one more example of a root. Malchutecha. What's
Mela,
the root? What's
Mela,
the root?
Ella?
Mela.
Exactly, melech. So we know that the suffix cha is your, okay, and malchut is kingship or sovereignty. They call it if you want to get less masculine, sovereignty. So you know that you don't have to know exactly it's sovereignty, but you know what you're talking about when you're reading it, and you can understand when you read Cha, you're talking usually Cha is you're talking to God in the prayers. So you're reading that, you can feel it a little bit more. I think when you're reading it, it is 10:58. I would like everybody to read the line because we're going to read it a lot. We talked about it before. The Rosh Hashanah Yekatevun, the Uvayom Tzom Kippur Yechatemun. First, Audrey.
Okay, tell me exactly where this is.
It's in bold, and you have left Shlaim, it's bold.
Got it, okay. Um. The Roche, is that where we are?
Yep.
Okay.
And
the
I'm trying to find it in the other book. Oh, in the next book, in the other one, just for people that have left the Sim Shalom one, before you get to not Sim Shalom, I'm ready. Silverman, it's at the top of page 148.
148.
The very top of page 148.
Yes.
The top first line. Okay. Audrey, start again.
Okay, Barosh Hashanah Yikate Te oh Yikate Tefu.
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't tell what was under the
Yes.
bet. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yikatevu. Uv Yom Som Kefir Kefir
No. What
Kefir
are we? What's the holiday?
Kefir.
Thank you.
Yechat
Yeah, Moon. Good. That's why I want you to know a little bit what you're reading. Because you should know they're talking about Rosh Hashanah, it's written, and Yom Kippur it's sealed. Okay, so you're talking the two holidays we're coming up. Okay, but I like the fact that you're reading it. That's the point. We're supposed to be reading, but then we have to get to the point of recognizing what we're reading. Okay, Davey's got it down, but I'd ask Davey to read next, just to read the line, just because I think it's a nice, important thing for all of us to remember and say.
I guess, except I actually don't like saying it at all.
Why?
Why? I just don't like the whole concept.
Oh, I
It's
know.
like,
I know. Yes, I agree. I agree with you. We got it. I understand. Yes.
okay, so,
It's
um,
sort of like, it's first of all, it's like, do you consider everything preordained also, which is sort of, that's what this is saying. But on the other hand, I try to equate it with like a parent. The parent doesn't tell the kid to do something, but they sort of know what the kid is going to do, even if they haven't been the one to force them to do it. So I think that's how I sort of think about it. But whatever, it's something we hear a lot, so I think we should be able to read it. Okay,
okay,
Davey, you're on.
right. The Rosh Hashanah Yikatevun Uvyom Som Kippur Yechatemun.
Good. Lenore.
Barosh Hashanah Yikatevun Uvyom Sim Kippur Yehatemun.
Yofi, another wonderful way to end. Wishing everybody, and we will do other stuff next week. Wishing everybody healthy and happy Baruch.
Right.
And I hope your services don't go too long. I hope you have good meals. I hope the weather's good. All good stuff. Shana tova
But we're not
tekatevu.
seeing each other next week though, right?
No, I thought we were.
Isn't that when your granddaughter is gonna?
No, that's before Sukkot. It's the week before Sukkot.
Oh, you're right, you're right. Okay,
First, we have to get through Yom Kippur before we can get to Sukkot.
okay, got it. I apologize.
That's
was
okay.
That was my problem, yeah.
I make many mistakes, so I'm willing to take it. But really, I hope that you find your experience in shul meaningful. And I hope you get to be with family and friends and enjoy. Wishing everybody a good new year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lashana
Thank
Tova to
Lashana
you,
Tova.
Yes,
and thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
so much,
Thank you.
so much.